And a very good afternoon to you folks. What is up? Mio Adlan here together back again for another edition of Act Now Hot Issue. What's for lunch? Hope you guys are having a great Friday. Because why? Because weekend is near. Weekend is near. Yes, weekend is definitely upon us. It's Friday. Yes, go, it's Friday. Hope you guys are having a blessed as well as a great Friday morning and afternoon so far. And we do hope from Magna that you guys are having a blast wherever you are, whilst keeping yourself safe. Sentiasa mematuhi SOP yang telah ditetapkan. Okay, enough of the PSA. Enough of whatever it is that I would like to share with you guys. But also make sure you guys, our fellow viewers, loving you so much. Make sure you guys share this video to your Facebook page as well, because why, we want to tell all the world of all the current hot issues that we want to discuss today. And one person who likes to share stuff, yes, he loves to share not just whatever that's happening within his own community, but his life as well. Being a very experienced man, being a very experienced human being, being a very experienced local man, or should I say, how many times I want to say that already? No, I don't want to say anymore, because why, he's here together with us, my partner in crime, Mr. Melvin Lam. Hey, Melvin, what is up?
Hi, good afternoon to you. I guess you're ready for happy hours for Friday. You
Oh
look
yes,
so
every day
cheerful.
is happy hour day for me, man. Every day is a happy hour day for me. I'm very much still in quarantine. If you guys want to know that, I'm into my 7th day. I still have another 7 days to go. But no fear, with the magic of the internet, we are able to actually still come to you with hot issue. What's for lunch? Kan, terror
Okay.
kan? Ada teknologi ni kan, senang kan?
So now, but Mio, do you it happened to me? Do you have recently? I mean, wake up and can't recall what day it is.
Yeah, I didn't know that today was Friday until I actually spoke to you guys just now. So yeah,
Yeah,
thank you
because
for reminding me of that.
no, this happened to me because I've been locked down for too long. I mean, today is officially moved into phase 2 in Klang
Mm,
Valley, I believe. But yet, for us, we are still have getting a green light for us to
mm,
reopen our office. But um, after the first few weeks in June, and when I wake
mm.
up, I really to recall today is actually, is it what day it is today? Because every day seems
Yeah.
to be the same at home.
Yeah, exactly. When you're so used to your surroundings, when you only see whatever it is that's in front of you, obviously you lose track of time. You don't know what day it is. You don't even know what date it is. Sometimes you even forget. Am I still in 2021? I thought I was in 2020 still, or maybe I already gone into 2022. But never fear, because why? Life still goes on. Life still moves on. And as what you mentioned, definitely, Melvin, that we in the Klang Valley specifically has just moved to phase 2 right now. A lot of businesses are opening more and more, granted, with SOPs, with proper guidelines, and we are now able to actually, cross district lines. So that means people from Cheras can go to PJ, people from Subang can go to Bukit Antarabangsa. Now that's definitely an improvement, right?
Yeah, it is. Otherwise, we have to add up to our mental stress, which we're going to talk about today.
Mm,
I mean, I do have a mental stress. I mean, waking up. I don't know whether it's when the stress. Trying to recall what day is today. Is it still a Sunday to me? And all these things,
Yeah.
So if we don't go and go to back of the routine of working, I think this is accumulated to our stress, our daily stress.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe it's just lack of food for you. Maybe you just haven't had your coffee or your meal for the day. I think that's why no, the stress was actually piling up a bit more. But
It's been
yeah,
so
exactly what
routine.
you said. Yeah.
It's been so routine. Wake up,
Mm.
clean up, breakfast, either coffee or
Yeah.
tea, do something, go out, do my sundries shopping, come back,
Yeah.
the show, and then after lunch, relax, watch TV. Okay, evening time, prepare for dinner. After dinner, watch TV again, then go to sleep.
It's like you're following a timetable on your wall. It's like zaman sekolah. Okay, you have your timetable. So now it's like your waktu rehat, and then you got your bahasa Melayu, and then you got your mathematics, you got your pendidikan seni. So yeah, quite good your schedule, Melvin.
So
Okay.
when you wake up, I don't know what day is actually. The day does not happen
Yeah.
matter to me anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It's good to have a calendar at home. All right, so let's move on to our first topic. Did you know, Melvin, that today we are actually celebrating a very, very important day that needs to be highlighted, that needs to be put out there. It is why because we are actually, celebrating, or should I say, we are. Concentrating in making today a very important day, which is the World Suicide Prevention Day.
I won't call it a celebrations.
Yeah,
I don't have, I don't wish to have this day, honestly,
yeah.
because today is the World Suicide Prevention Day. It's Awareness Day rather than the celebrating
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. It is very much on the awareness side. Yeah, celebration, I think that's actually not a good word to describe what today is all about. This is more about raising that awareness. It's about going out to public and making sure that people are aware of such things happening in our life right now, because this is definitely not a joke. This is definitely not something that we'll make fun of, or we will ever make fun of, actually. Is because the fact that there have been a lot of suicide cases that is happening not just in the Klang Valley, but across the nation as well. From
yes.
people up north in Perlis, right down to Johor, to Kelantan, to Sabah and Sarawak as well. It is a very, very troubled time. It is a very troublesome time right now because why? As we know, we are living in the current pandemic right now. A lot of people are losing their jobs. A lot of people are not able to actually make ends meet. A lot of people are suffering from being indoors all the time, almost 24/7. And a lot of people, unfortunately, they are not able to cope with this kind of thing. Hence why they resort to the last method, which is taking their own life, which is never something that we want to support. We always believe there's always a silver lining. There's always something that you can still hang on to. If it's not your life, it's your family, it's the ones that you have close by. There's always something that you can actually hang on to still believe there's more to this life than what it is right now. Hence why today is actually a very much an awareness day, the World Suicide Prevention Day, that we want to help. We want to discourage people when they have such problems, when they have such mental illnesses, or when they have such tension. We want to make sure that they are seeking the correct help. They actually share their stories with the proper people that they have around them. And this is a very important cause, Melvin.
Yes, definitely. So always remember 10 September is a World Suicide Prevention Day. It's not a sales day, please. It's the 10
Yeah.
September is a World Suicide Prevention Day. And this is organized by the International Association of Suicide Prevention and endorsed by the World Health Organization, WHO. And Emil,
Mhm.
do you know that every 40 seconds, I don't know how many, well, let me check. Our show has just passed 9.14 minutes. And do you know every 40 seconds someone takes their life? So how many lives have
Wow.
taken
Yeah.
throughout in the world? Now we have about close 10 minutes of program running already. So it's
Yeah.
almost close to 800,000 people a year around the world commit suicide, which average out every 40 seconds. One life is gone.
Yeah.
All right, gone because they took their life, not because of other matter. They took their life. So this is very
Yeah.
alarming. In Malaysia, it's even reported the first quarter of this year, 2021, January to March, there's 4 suicides every day.
Yeah.
And just now before the show, we shared something like last couple of days. I watched a video. I believe this is in Sarawak. I believe this is
Mm,
a young guy that is jumped down from a high-rise building. He's fully
mhm.
attired and it's a white long sleeve shirt. I think working attire. I saw him. I mean, I don't want, but I actually saw the video. It was posted.
Yeah.
We saw him from the high floor jump down flat with a big bang when he landed. You know,
Mm,
so there's so many cases. I saw cases like uh, elsewhere. The whole family. I believe this in India because they wear saris. And all this, the mother and children hang themselves in the house. You know, uh, it's so sad. And
yeah.
we have to reach out. I hope not only the government, we as a private sector,
Mm,
we have to try to reach out to all these uh, people who need um, someone to talk to. You know,
yeah.
um,
Exactly. Speaking of what you had just said there, when you need someone to talk to, it has been also reported that more people in distress have actually been reaching out to the Befrienders KL. Befrienders is actually a hotline where someone can actually call in just to just to have a chat, just to talk to someone on the other line, just to have that sort of like human interaction. And it was also reported that there has been a 12% spike in number of calls, emails, as well as people contacting NGO to get support. And 34% of those who actually reached out have actually expressed suicidal feelings, the feeling of like wanting to kill themselves when a person expresses that they feel trapped, that there's no way out. And when they start to write, they start to post something on social media about death, about dying, or even committing suicide, planning ways to kill themselves, planning like accessing pills, drugs and whatnot, using pesticide weapons and even other means. These are the kind of things that anyone out there should be really wary about. They should look out for these small points here. Should you have any friends out there who suddenly out of nowhere on their social media, on their IG stories or their TikTok or whatnot, suddenly expressing sadness, suddenly expressing thoughts about not wanting to live anymore in any shape or form, these are the signs where you should actually go to your friend and just drop them a line and ask them how they are, because these are so-called symptoms of
yeah,
people wanting to do harm to themselves. And people really should have a lookout for this, Melvin, right?
yes. So we should look around us, those people around us, especially
Mm,
those people like that live together, or your neighbors or your colleagues, and see any of such signs that they keep suddenly this person is very cheerful and then he has been keeping to himself for a period of time. It's
yeah.
very down and all these things. So
Mm,
these are things that probably what we can do. We reach out by talking to them.
mm-hmm.
Talk to them, and I also learned even I mean Malaysia cultures and Asia, hugging seems to be very taken negative, but a good warm heart,
Mm,
a good ears. Even we don't know how to advise, but we let's say when someone talk about it, they will just let go, just tell them continue talking about to them, because we might not able to give a good advice, but the
yeah.
persons when they have they spoke an hour, I know let them spoke an hour or 2 hours after speaking, they will feel very relieved themselves, you know. And then
Yeah.
it's good. I mean, I hope that people don't take negatively. A heart, a warm heart, a good heart actually also
Yeah.
relieve the tensions inside.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, speaking on religious point of view, I mean, like being a Muslim myself, I know it's like forbidden for a man such as myself to just hug any women out there if they're not my family or my wife or my daughter, for
Mm.
instance. So you don't have to find the opposite sex to get a hug. You can just go to your guy friend. You can just go to someone who's close to you, even your family members. Just a simple embrace that actually helps a lot, because once you get that, I know in COVID-19 cases, you're not actually
Mm.
you're not actually encouraged to hug people out there. But
Mm.
no, I'm not saying that you should just go down the street and just find anyone for you to hug. No, 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 we're not telling you to do that. But we're actually trying to tell is that your loved ones, your the people who are closest to you, who are in reach of you. Again, we look at your family members, we look at your parents, or we look at your friends, whoever it is that's actually around. And it is something that you can actually do very simple and very, very, very short. Even if it's just a short time, it
Mm,
actually will help you a lot. And yeah, and looking back, Melvin, in our Asian culture, it is
mm.
not something that we normally share. I mean, in comparison to our Westerner friends who lived in the US or in the UK, they would seek professional help, like seeing a doctor, seeing a psychologist or
Yeah,
psychiatrist or whatever. Malaysians, Asians in general, we tend not to open up that often, but maybe it's
yes,
time for us to actually do that and
yeah,
talk to someone,
true.
right?
Yeah, it's true. I think the culture is because when you see a psychiatrist and someone that got to know about it, the perception that you are halfway to Tanjung Rambutan, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, and then that's the kind of embarrassments. Oh, I'm seeing a psychiatrist, psychologist. It shouldn't be. That's why hopefully in a month or two, and now we'll have a new program, a evening program.
Mm.
It's called the Dear Ed Now. I hope Emil you'll be involved as well. Uh,
Hmm.
we're gonna have reach out to people, to the mass. We will ask them to
Hmm.
please write to us. The issue it could be very minor issue. Sometimes do not. It started very a very minor stress level, like in your office, in your house, or
Yeah.
in something like especially like teenagers' educations. They have this parents' pressures, or they want to be top in the class and all these things. So we will have a
Sure.
panel psychiatrist that to
Mm.
address the issue. We will not dare to give you advice, but we will give you our views, the psychiatrist's view, the professional views, and how we should we take it
Mm.
is.
Yeah.
And hopefully a month or two, we're going to kick off this program. And this we call
Yeah,
the
and make sure exactly. So make sure you guys, to all our viewers, make sure you guys stay tuned to Act Now official Facebook page for our announcement on this new show, or should I say, this new act that we are trying to do, that we will be doing sooner rather than later down the line. Is
yeah,
definitely in the books, and we hope that this will somewhat ease your suffering and ease your pain in any way, shape, or form. Just right as in, and as I mentioned, all you have to do is just stay tuned with us, and we will be announcing it very,
yeah.
very soon.
And
All right.
I
Yeah.
would guess actually I would guess Mr. Hall says suicide is no joke. It's not a joke to talk. It takes a
Yep.
person black out of his or her brains who doesn't want to do it at
Yeah.
that moment. Yes, it's just like it's totally black out. Um,
Yeah.
they would not think rationally. It's just like let's say
Yeah.
I'm going to bring up an issue like the Along is coming after them. They harass my family. I can't pick up. The easiest
Yeah.
way to get rid of this pain is to jump down somewhere or take my life. You know. So
Yeah.
you can't think. They can't rationale. So we hope that through our programs, we will address to our day-to-day issues. You
Mhm.
know, and
Exactly. So
and
that's
we
the
want to share
initiative
it.
that
So
Yeah, so that's the initiative that we want to do, and how we are trying to help our own community in coming out stronger from this funk, and trying to move on with our lives as healthy as we can, not just physically, mentally as well,
yeah,
spiritually as well. That's what
yeah,
we want to do. Okay, and again, before we end this topic, we just want to tell people out there again, make sure that you guys, if you guys are having any emotional issues, or anything that is disrupting your life, tension wise and everything, go find a loved one, go find somebody that you can talk to. Just a simple phone call, I mean, like, if you can WhatsApp, you WhatsApp. If you can call, even better. If you can do a video call, it's even better, just to have a different face to talk to moving forward, so that they can know how you're doing, and perhaps they are able to help you as well. All right, that
right,
ends
yeah,
our first topic of the day. Such a heavy topic. We know it is a very, 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 I cannot stress it enough, heavy topic, but it is an important topic, no less, for us to highlight it and make sure that people out there understand how it is currently right now. And we do love you, we do care about you, and we want to make sure that you are able to live your life to the fullest. Speaking about living your life to the fullest, we're going to go back to our normal topic, our daily topic, which we touch on every single day without fail, because we're going to be talking about COVID. Hey, nothing new about that. But this time around, we're going to be talking about how COVID is now airborne, and it is coming to a place near you. Macam aku jual iklan movie lah pula, Melvin.
Yeah,
Airborne, this is again when you talk about Delta Plus variant of COVID. It has been around us for the past 2-3 months already, and it has been proven. And it is very, very serious that it is in the air. People can just get infected very easily. Split second, it doesn't take that long for someone to get infected with the COVID-19 virus.
yeah.
What else, lah, Melvin? What
Now,
else?
those days you're talking about we have to be a meter apart. Now, the so-called airbound commit delta, they can spread as far as 6 meters apart.
How to live apart more than 6 meters when you walk out in public, Melvin? It just doesn't make sense. You takkanlah nak duduk dalam bubble kot. You can't afford to have living that kind of a thing. It's just it won't work. So how lah?
It won't work, but please to not congest an area. You know that if you can't avoid an area, let's say in a market, especially I whisper to the ladies, please be fast, pick your veggies and go. Those aunties pick the veggie, look up, look down, look up, look down, and everyone is just like touching each other. I said, don't be so fussy, even though it's a bit spoiled, it's okay. Rather than you bring
Yeah,
back
they
the
just
white-
want to make sure that tomato is right, ma. They just want to make sure that the carrot is proper. They want to make sure that their spinach is green enough, That's
Yeah, fine with
why.
you. But the COVID-19 it doesn't have all the same. You can't choose the virus. It will attack you. So they were like packed and touching each other, and then they spend there how many 5 minutes just to pick all the veggie, and what's the chances of contacting it? It's high.
Yeah, correct.
So I've been practicing. I say I trust you, the seller. I'll pick the best for me. I mean that it's a community market, morning market. I say if it's not good tomorrow, you're gonna have it. Right? I give the
Yeah,
trust for
correct.
you. I pay. If it's bad that you pick for me, tomorrow you're gonna have it for me.
Yeah, correct.
It's in your taman because you all know each other. I mean, it's every day you go to market 2-3
Yeah.
times a week. It's such a regular. I'm sure the seller will be careful. No, they don't know to so-called tarnish the relationship. You might go next store to buy. Kind of thing.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah, ventilation is very important. I brought up the subject. This was while you were in Tokyo. In California itself, there's already a study in the classroom. A teacher brought it to the children out of a classroom of 24, half of it got it, and then spread to multiple. So they encourage in the classroom, please make sure the windows, door are open, good ventilations. So I hope in Malaysia, when school reopens, please full blast. We don't have ones here, probably in our government school, but they have
Government schools,
yeah, but they have fans, ceiling fans, all this thing. Please, full blast is okay. Windows, doors, leave it open. I don't think those so-called outdoor sports and all this is for me. I don't encourage it because when you sweat, you tend the tendency you bring up the so-called the virus is more active.
Yeah, that's one of the things why gyms are not allowed to be open yet. Yes, the government has actually loosened up the SOPs, or should I say, loosen up the openings of a few sports complex. Like you can play badminton indoors already, you can play futsal indoors already, but gyms are still closed because why? Because of the closed space that gyms normally operate in. Because you are literally just on one floor and everything is like close by and everything is in such a closed space. Hence, why the government is still looking into how to how to make the gyms able to operate once they've actually solved, or should I say, propose some ideas in making sure that the whole ventilation system in close quarters are being done properly. So don't worry, all you gym people out there, all you abang sado out there, no, gyms will be open one day. You can just still work out at home, but once they are open, obviously you have to follow all of the regulations and all of the rules, all of the SOPs that comes with it, because that's how it is right now. That is the world that we're living right now. It is not as simple as you just pick up your gym bag and just go to the gym and start picking up some weights. You have to follow and abide by all the rules. And it's even reported by Ministry of Health, Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia, that 53.2% of clusters are work workplace related. Again, coming back to closed spaces, like you said, school, right? Closed spaces, bilik darjah, all closed spaces, offices are all closed spaces because you guys are sharing the same air, because you guys are not really ventilating yourselves that well. So hence why the risks are higher when you're in such closed spaces. So one thing's for sure, at the end of the day, again, we've been telling you every single day, get yourself vaccinated. Itu je message I nak sampaikan. Itu je I nak cerita. Get yourself vaccinated.
True.
As simple as that.
The government is rolling up vaccination for under 17 or under 18. And last night I watched a program, and this is in Hong Kong. The gyms in Hong Kong is open, but the gym members have to wear a mask while they're doing their so-called in the gym. Actually, all the members have to wear a mask, the 3-ply mask, while they do their workout, the weights and all these things. So probably, I mean, it's very inconvenient. But I think that's also a way to control it. So if the gym,
at least something better than nothing, lah, right? At least something, right? At least you're able to do it. So enough about COVID. So we've touched about COVID enough. Again, it's Friday anyway, so we don't want to burden your weekend talking about COVID every single freaking day. Anyway, so let's move on, shall we? So now let's talk about tidbits. Let's talk about small subjects, small topics that we have actually here. It is also reported in Johor Bahru recently that 14 members of 2 loan shark syndicates were detained following raids in JB. Yeah, this is definitely something that has been happening, not just in JB, to be honest. It's been happening in the Klang Valley as well. A lot of loan sharks out there are taking taking advantage of people who are dire in need of money. So they offer like sweet stuff and everything, but we know for a fact that borrowing or lending money from loan sharks are never the solution, Melvin.
Yeah, this is not only in Klang Valley. I think it's throughout whole of Malaysia. The loan sharks operates throughout Malaysia. Now they make it easy for you to get a loan. They're targeting children, school children, and all these things. That's why back to our main topic. That's why they contribute a lot. This alone contribute a lot of death, suicide cases.
Yeah,
I guess it's not just in Malaysia, worldwide too.
Yeah, correct.
And I hope one of the means of their so-called mode of operation is they put posters everywhere in the neighborhood, buntings and all these things, and with the number of contacts and all these things. So correct, PDRM, PDRM, there's already a lead for you.
Yeah, the numbers are there, right? Literally, the numbers are being published out there on the buntings and on the posters and stickers and whatnot. Isn't that the best form of communication already?
The best leads that you ever have.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, like, we can't really fault the police anyway. I mean, to be honest with you, because these syndicates, they are quite clever. They're quite intelligent when it comes to ways of communication. They have ways to actually go around it using international numbers, rerouting and everything. Because I have a friend who's actually working with the intelligence department. I'm not going to say who because this is very on the hush hush. But he has actually told me that these syndicates, like what you see in the movies, how they reroute all the numbers and everything, quite impressive. It's like watching Mission Impossible. But what's impossible? What is not impossible for us Malaysians at least to just be wary of where you're getting your help from. Yes, I know. Yes, we know that you're having trouble with paying your rent, paying your employers and employees and whatnot and everything. But again, approaching a loan shark should be literally the last thing that you do. Even if that is the last thing that you do, you should not even be doing it, because there's so many risks and there's so many bad things that could happen rather than great things from getting that instant money. So that's the only advice that I can give.
I mean, I wouldn't call them loan shark if they do a proper job. I mean, not to charge exorbitant interest, the daily interest. Have a better. I mean, it is a business. Apparently, some of this license is under the control of KPKT Ministry. You're not subject to like a high impose of daily interest. No, you don't pay, they will harass you. They go to your house, harass your family, and pour red paint to your car and burns your car, whatever it is, So that is not something I do not support. All right.
Yeah.
at
Exactly.
all.
Those are the
Not,
kind of things that you want to avoid totally, because why? Again, that short-term solution may be a good solution. Again, in the very short term, you can get, like, say, like, a loan of 10,000 or 20,000, whatever. But imagine the amount of bunga, the amount of interest that will be bestowed upon you. It is just so ridiculous, and you're not just putting yourself at risk, but you're putting your family at risk as well, as what has been reported throughout. I mean, like, it doesn't take a genius to really understand how huge the magnitude is, how difficult your life could actually be if you engage with any of these kind of activities.
yes.
All right, we actually will have another topic in mind, but I think time is running out. We have no more time to actually talk about
Yeah,
our
good.
last topic, but rest, yeah,
Yeah,
rest
we hope.
assured, we
Yes,
will definitely, yeah, Melvin,
we
please.
say we hope that the economy bring is back. Everyone, please practice the new SOP. No more
Yeah.
knockdown from now. And then, of course, it will be a slow, but we hope it's that we can recover. No more known shots we have to refer to and all these things, and then
Yeah.
we will be better. I always believe we will be the growing tiger of Asia very soon.
Hopefully, that's our hope, that's our dream, and that's what we're striving for. That's who we will become very soon.
Don't hope, act now.
Act now, act now.
Yes.
Okay. I selalu kena marah dengan you bab tu kan. We cannot hope kan. We always have to act now kan. That's who we are. Betul, betul,
Okay.
exactly.
All right. You
All
have
right,
a
thanks
nice
a lot,
weekend.
Melvin.
You have
So,
a nice
thank
weekend.
you. I will definitely spend my weekend here, as you can see behind, and hope your weekend will be a great one as well, Melvin.
Yeah, we have a
You have a
few
great
line
one.
up
See
of
you next week.
meeting. We have a few line up meetings. So see you on Monday. Bye.
See you on Monday. Cheers. Thank you. All right, guys. That was together with Melvin and I with another edition of Act Now Hot Issue What's for Lunch. Hope you guys will take it to heart about today, specifically about the World Suicide Prevention Day that we are that we are having today, to raise that awareness, to raise that important message that we wanna make sure that you guys are on board together with us. So it's the weekend, guys. Hope you guys have a great weekend after this, spending time with your family, with your loved ones. The fact that you can actually travel across districts right now, but please, 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 tolong, follow all SOPs. Last message for me. We'll see you back again on Monday. Take care, guys. Happy weekend. Ciao.